Welcome to Same Spit, Different Face TV. Well, my opinions is facts, and if you don't like my opinions, you can start your own podcast. And it's free. So don't forget to spit on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification. Now, it's being stated that Yellow Beezy took 40K out the bank cash. And this wasn't said by me, it was said by the complaint against him. Now, his bail has been dropped from $2 million to $750K. When you look at it and you look at Yellow Beezy, you would think he would have $2 million, but then also you have to take into account that his bills still have to be paid while this case goes on. His family members and his kids that he take care of, that still have to go on. So you wouldn't want to try to pay that $2 million if you don't have to, because and then you're gonna have to have lawyer fees as well. So you want to preserve your money as much as possible. Now, he'll still be able to stream, but when he get out on bond, it's probably gonna be stipulation to the things he can do. And if you Yellow Beezy, you definitely don't want to drop any new music. The reason you don't, because anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law, and you don't want it to seem like, oh, you hinting at telling somebody to do something to somebody else, or you don't want it to hint that you intimidating witnesses by calling them snitches on records. You don't want any of that to come into your case. Honestly, maybe for the next year or two, however long this process take, he may not be able to make any new money. He may be able to go to shows, but that's gonna be hard because if a shooting happened at his show, or if somebody try him because they know he under stipulations, or now since it's been allegedly confirmed that he has something to do with this Mo 3 that makes him a target, which means he has to move around with more security, which means he's spending more money, and the security company may up his price for security just because they know now you tied into a murder case with another huge street rapper, and this can be deadly to our life, so we won't double what we would normally charge. So it's just a lot of things that go into this, and that's why beef is not good for money, man. In the words of Fabulous, less beef, more broccoli. For those of y'all who slow to broccoli being money, money is green. There we go. Broke it down real simple. But the judge told him that he needed to take this case serious because he's up against some really serious things. And a lot of people are saying that the shooter is snitching. That could be it, but the way the judge read the complaint, it don't say the shooter is snitching. It could be a woman that's snitching. It could actually be the guy who connected the call that's snitching. What do I mean connecting the call? So allegedly it was a guy who was basically making the calls and text messages back and forth, texting the girl, yo, is Mo still there? Is Mo still there? And then the other guy who was the shooter was allegedly sitting out there waiting on him to come out and follow him. Now, we did see the video of Mo 3 that's floating around the internet. I can't put that on my page. I don't want them to flag it, but when we look at this, man, he tried to get out the car. He actually stopped, ran around to the other side in an attempt to get a gun. Maybe that's what they say. Now, the police never said it was a gun found in the car, so that haven't been confirmed yet, but I'm sure it will happen during trial. Now, let's talk about the truth of the case, man. Yellow Beezy is somebody who ended up getting shot, right? And he got shot one night on his way home from the strip club. Somebody followed him, shot him right outside the car. So when you look at this situation, and Mo 3 is the one who they allege did that. Now, although Yellow Beezy never spoke about that publicly, it's been alleged that everybody down in, Dallas know that Mo 3 was the one who did that, and Yellow Beezy know. It's been alleged that Yellow Beezy saw his face. Now, when we look at this situation, when you leaving a toll road, there's cameras up there, so they could have easily found whoever did this face. They could have easily found that car. It would have took pictures at the toll road. So I'm assuming they definitely know who did this to Yellow Beezy, which would be a motive for Yellow Beezy to do this back. But it's not looking good for him. But the reason I said everything I said is that although I'm not condoning violence at all, and a lot of this stuff that's happening can be avoided, we can't sit here and act like Mo 3 is a victim in this situation. Everybody who know Mo 3 say he was a gangster. Mo 3 talk about the time he was outside of a club and somebody started getting at him outside the club, and he ended up bucking back, and if I'm not mistaken, he ended up hitting the guy. The guy died. So Mo 3 was not, even though that is considered to be self-defense, Mo3 has always talked about getting on people's ass and shooting them and this and that. So the unfortunate part of this situation is a lot of people say that Yellow Beezy is not like that. They say he a good kid, he just happened to be a rapper, etc., etc. I'm not saying he not from the streets. I'm just saying what the rumor and the people who would appear to know him the best from his hometown would say, right? That, you know, he was a good kid. Maybe he was about money, getting a little few dollars. Well, not a little dollars, but like, you know, everybody who hustled not a killer, and everybody who killed not a hustler. That's what I mean by that when I say getting a few dollars. So he probably was getting some money, but he wasn't into all of the rah-rah stuff. You know, it's when you have a crew, you might have a crew of 5 people. 2 people might be hustlers. One person might be a person who will sling that iron in self-defense. The other person might be a scrapper. He'll fight whenever, wherever. And then the other person, the last person might be the person who is all gunplay. Hey, you say anything disrespectful to me, I see you out. Wherever it's at, it's going down. I'm ready to put this iron to you. So I don't want y'all to confuse that and think that, yo, just because somebody rapping or just because somebody in the streets or they in the hood or they got street partners that they a killer. And I say this to say that it's a possibility that after this situation happened to Yellow Beezy, he started thinking, you know what? I got a mama, I got kids, I be riding around in this car, man. What if my kids was in this car with me? What if my mama was in this car with me? I can't live like this. I can't run around fearing my life or just waiting on a moment for something to happen to me or again and I check out, or for something to happen while my kids are in the car with me and something even worse happened to him. We just saw a rapper down in Texas get hit up with his daughter in the car and they both died. Rest in peace to them. So I'm not condoning any violence, but you got to understand, man, in this world, for every action, there's a reaction. And I believe that this, and as the case unfolds, I believe that we will all find out that Yellow Beezy wasn't in this alone, and Mo3 wasn't targeted just to be a target of this. If you're new to the channel and want more updates about the Yellow Beezy and Mo3 case, I need you to hit that subscribe button, and you made it this far in the video, so hit the like button. Peace. Check out my original Chicago hood movie in the end screen, No Time to Play Fair. If you into sneakers, you a sneakerhead, you love seeing the new Jordans, Pumas, whatever it may be, subscribe to Kicking It with Fairplay 2333. If you trying to follow me on my basketball journey, my weightlifting and fitness journey, and also be inspired to get back on your fitness journey, subscribe to Fairplay, Flex, and Fadeaway. Also, any of these pages I just named, you can also find them on TikTok or Instagram.